we go. We've got folks coming in. Hello, everybody. I'm going to stop my video.
Hello, hello.
There we go. I'm NewSpace. Hello, everybody. Welcome to social media marketing for Facebook. We have Leo Martinez with the Nebraska Enterprise Fund with us today. Just a couple of quick housekeeping items. Please post all of your questions to the Q&A feature. That's how we're going to be answering questions today, or if you've got something to say in chat, you're welcome to post it into chat as well. And then just a reminder, during Start Omaha, we are doing a special event. And so if you log into Beanstack, which is our community engagement platform, you can mark that you've attended the webinars and enter to win some prizes. So we've got gift cards for a couple of local businesses, and then we've got a headshot session. So if you're interested in trying to win some prizes, that's dospace.beanstack.org. And I'm going to go ahead and cut and paste that into chat so that everybody can see it. The other thing is we are recording this. So if you are interested in seeing it again, it will be available on our YouTube channel later next week. So let me get those cut and paste into there. And the last thing I'll say is that if you are joining us through Facebook, there is still time to come and join us in Zoom if you want, and be able to ask questions. So Leo, I think we're at 11 o'clock. So if you want to just jump right in, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, DoSpace. Thank you so much, Bree, for allowing us this time. And thank you, everybody who's currently live, and for all of you that are watching this recording another time. Thank you so much for taking the time and being here. Again, my name is Leo Martinez. I'm a loan officer, business mentor at Nebraska Enterprise Fund. We are a CDFI. We provide financing for businesses that are not able to otherwise get traditional lending. If you happen to have either a business or you're planning to open a business, feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about your idea, your business, or in fact, if you need lending, I'll be more than happy to help you with that as well. Today, we are going to be talking about social media and how to utilize social media. We'll be jumping into Canva for a little bit on how to create some posts with some interesting graphics that we can utilize. Now, by all means, I am not a graphic designer, so please do not expect huge of me on that area. However, I'm able to put things together and we can utilize it for our businesses. Now, a few things that I would love to mention with you is if you happen to want the copy of the slides, feel free to leave your email or contact us, and we'll be able to share that with you. I don't currently have it available, so I can, but we can most definitely get it to you. Another thing is that I'm only recommending what to use. I'm not telling you what to use whatsoever. So definitely there are different tools out there that you can utilize. Today we'll be utilizing Canva just because I prefer it, and it's just the tool that I use most of the time to do what I do on social media. But by all means, you're more than welcome to use whichever tool is out there available and you feel more comfortable with. So by all means, any of the information I give you today is just a mere suggestion. Please do not take it to heart. So we'll begin with a question for you all. And the reason why is because I typically do this live and I feed off of you feedback. So I have planned, I think it's about 13 to 14 minutes on slides, and then we'll jump in on Canva a little bit. And what I would love from you guys is to tell me what is your business, if you already have a business, or what's your business idea if you're starting a business idea right now. And also, if you currently have a Facebook page that you would like us to quote unquote do a digital audit and just kind of go through it and kind of see what your Facebook page looks like, what we can give you as a feedback. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. So feel free to drop that in the chat. For all of you who are on Facebook, please leave it on the comments. And let's begin. We'll be talking about 4 topics today, and we'll be focusing on brand awareness and why is social media marketing important for your business. And these are the main topics that I believe that social media marketing is relevant and important for your business. And more than anything, if you happen to have a website, definitely increasing traffic to your website will be huge. So even though if you have a Facebook page or a Instagram or TikTok or anything that you might have as a social media outlet, being able to bring everybody to one hub, which will be your website, it will be very beneficial if you don't have a website right now. Um, there's ways that you can get it at less cost. You can always hire someone to make it for you. But definitely, one of the main things that I believe social media is for is to attract traffic to your website, and therefore you can capitalize on your audience. Again, the reason why I say that is because could be, we hopefully everybody heard what happened to TikTok a few months ago and how it was in the risk of being banned, and therefore you would have possibly lost all your followers or people that are currently consuming your content if you were only going to be on one social media platform. However, if you would have guided them to your website, you always have the same audience and you can always promote more things on your website. So we got brand awareness, your website. You always want to connect with your audience one way or another. Social media is a great way to do it. It's fairly inexpensive unless you want to run ads. And you can most definitely capitalize on sales with the clients and the community that you build. Now, you can generate, and that's a keyword. Social media is not meant for you to sell your product right away. It's for you to create awareness and for you to create a community. Then you can start promoting your services and create or capitalize on your gains. So, 3 keys of marketing that you need to know. You need to make sure that you, whatever, either you're doing a campaign or your Facebook is Instagram, whatever platform it is, you are creating awareness to the people coming to your platform. Another one is that you're picking interest on the products, services that you're offering. You do not want to be salesy. You do not want to be pushy. You want to create and create the awareness and pick the interest of your audience way before you start pushing products to them. Um, I had I have many different examples that I can tell you, but the most recent one is I have a lady who was trying to push Herbalife through Messenger without even know me or anything like that. I mean, if you think about it, if you approach someone at the grocery store and the first thing you say is, "Here, this is how much this costs. You want to buy it?" I'm pretty sure that's the same reaction that you get from people on social media as well. So creating awareness and picking the interest on your product definitely must. And how do you get your customers? And how do you grow your sales? Now, one of the things with this is that you can also attract donors to your organization because this is not just for a business. This could be for nonprofits. They could be utilized for your church. This could be utilized for a camp that you have. So understanding your audience and the people you want to attract is key. All right. So a few things that we go, just a little refresher for any of you who are not familiar with Facebook or how you create a post. There is a tab. We're going to be jumping on Facebook here shortly just to kind of give you a little brief overview. But for all of you who are not aware or have never made a post, there's a tab on the either on your page or on your profile that you can click and you can create a post. You can add photos, videos, you can add campaigns, or you can add polls, surveys, and I believe you can even ask. Yeah, I still believe you can still ask for recommendations for people on your profile and on your business page. All you gotta do is just as you were talking to your clients, add some captions, throw in a picture if you want, and then publish. Now, with your business page, you can always schedule your post, which is great if you're busy. Now, one thing that I'm going to recommend to all of you, and I'll be talking to you on a little bit later, is make sure that you plan ahead. Make sure that you have a calendar and that you're planning at least 2 months ahead. The reason why I ask is because a lot of the times we get overwhelmed with social media because we are posting or thinking of the posts every single day. What am I gonna post today? What am I gonna do today? And if we take the time to actually schedule in advance, we know it's Mother's Day is coming. We know Father's Day is gonna come up as well. We know 4th of July is coming. So the major holidays, you already know they're coming. They come every single day, the same time. So you already know they're coming. So what you could do is you can start planning what your sales is going to be, what your services are going to be, what events your organization is going to have around those dates, and then you can start planning your post. You can go ahead and schedule it for it to go out a week before, 3 days before, the day off, and then that way, don't worry about it. You start focusing on your sales, on your organization altogether. All right, now all the things that you can do in your post. Again, you can do photo, video. You can create a collage. You can create an album. You can create a slideshow, and you can also ask people for any inputs. Now, here's where it becomes interesting. I have a quick, sample for you guys. Now, we'll be jumping on Facebook here shortly. We'll jump into Canva for a little bit, but I want you to take a look at this one real quick. If you were to stumble upon this page, what will be the first thing, if you want to drop it in the chat or on the comments on Facebook, what will be the first thing that comes to your mind when you're looking at the pizza right right here? I mean, obviously this is a pizzeria and they're selling pizzas, but they're trying to showcase their pizza. What would you say, or what would you recommend this business to do on this one? This is just this is just a fun example that I like to always point out, uh, because it happens. I mean, the one thing that I always tell my clients is not because you can, you should. Not because you have a phone, it means that you can just snap a picture and post it. You want to make it appealing for the people who are there, who's your audience. All right, so we have someone that says, had a bed and breakfast. That's awesome. We have a construction business, and you don't currently have a Facebook page. All right, that's awesome. Let's see, startup food manufacturing business. That's great. Insurance. Oh, that's awesome. Insurance and real estate. That's super cool for Facebook. Henry? Do you currently use Instagram or Facebook or anything for your business? I'm curious to know. All right. This is Kim. Yeah, that is Kim. Yeah, for sure. So if I were to drop a review just by looking at the picture, I'm sure that I'm not gonna be um, dropping uh, a 5 star just by looking at the picture. So one of the things that I want to know is this is why we do a social media audit with our clients or with my clients. Uh, we go through it. There's a lot of times that when you started, you do not have an idea really how it will work or what can you add to it. And this is always good to change it. I mean, it's free for you to change it. You can do anything you want to your social media. You want to make sure that it's relevant, and you want to make sure that you utilize these spaces for your business. You can always change this one. I would, if you are selling services or if you're selling products. I mean, if you're offering services or selling products, this is a great real estate for your page for you to keep updating for sales. So I'll show you how to create a new banner or a new cover for your page. So why don't we go ahead and get started, and we'll come back to the slides in a little bit. So our next one will be, so we'll stay right here for a second. We're gonna jump in on Canva real quick. All right, so for all of, again, and I'm gonna shut up my video real quick because I'm gonna be turning my head and I don't want to ignore all of you guys. So for any of you guys who have not used Canva, this has a free and a premium side to it, so you can utilize Canva for free if your heart desired. Otherwise, I believe it's 12 and change for you to go premium and actually get some benefits from it. I honestly love Canva. You don't have to be a graphic designer to utilize and know how to do it. All you gotta do is come in and find what you are going to utilize. So this is currently the designs that we use for Nebraska Enterprise Fund for any of the events. So any of your designs will be saved right here. The cool thing about this is that it's a cloud-based, so you can load it on your phone or your iPad or your tablet or whatever that you're gonna be using it at, and you can also have access to it on your desktop, and you can be working with it as well. I honestly love it. So again, I'm not encouraging you guys to use it, but if you don't have anything else to use, this will be it. So what I like to do is I actually like to make myself or save time on myself when I'm trying to create content. So right now we're focusing on social media, but you can create any of the products or services that you need. You can even create business cards, flyers for your business. But we'll be focusing on social media for right now. So on anything that is recommended for you, social media. The cool thing about it is that they're already set for the size that you need for your business or for whatever content you're gonna create. So if you have a YouTube channel, if you have Instagram, if you have Facebook, right now we'll be focusing on the Facebook cover and we'll focus on Facebook post to create our content. So if you please have questions, feel free to drop them in. I'll wait for a second before we start this going. If you have any questions, I can answer them. I use Facebook familiar, but not regular anymore. Oh, cool. Henry, do you use any social media for your real estate at all? I'm just curious to know. That's all. All right. Any questions, Bri, at all on Facebook before we get started on this? Or
I'm not seeing any right now.
all right. So let's we talked a little bit about our previous example, which was the pizzeria. This guy right here. So we talked about the cover that we're gonna be doing. So let's go ahead and choose Facebook cover. Now you have several options that you can do. If you already have images that you want for this particular project, you can go here on your left hand side and click uploads and actually upload an image that you're currently that you already have. In this case, I don't have any. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna choose one from the uh, the samples that we're getting here. Again, this has a premium side and a free side. So what I want to do is go into the filters and make sure that anything that I need is already selected. In this case, I want to make sure that it's on the language that I want. I deal with Hispanic businesses as well, so sometimes we utilize that feature as well. So let's just keep it simple. Let's click on one. Do we have any suggestions in the chat? And this is why I like it to be in person, because I like to feed off of you guys. So we can change anything that our heart desires in here. We can create our brand colors. So I would love for you guys to drop a color that you guys want us to change. And we'll start with the background on pink. You can throw any color you want. So why don't you go ahead and give me a color that you want us to change, um, and we can go with that. All right, I have one right now. Cool. All right, let's see. We got green. All right, now we got a brand. The way that as I was mentioning to you guys, once you create an account on Canva, you can create your brand colors and you can add them into it, so you can select from them, which is great because then all your content is gonna be uniform and you're gonna be aligned with your brand colors. Or you can just choose from any of your colors that your heart desires. Sounds good. Does that look good? Again, we don't necessarily have to be super creative on this one, but what I like to do and how we can create more traction on our Facebook or any of the content that we do is that we need to make these to go in some sort of a movement, either a video or GIF, or in this case, we're going to add a sticker to it so we can make it a little bit of video. And what this does, this actually gives us metrics to see how many people actually view our post. also it can help people interact with our posts as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw a little moving piece in here. Try just a little bit, just because I like that one. I'm gonna make another one real quick. Let me dump it somewhere down here. All right. Now, this is about the weekend. Let's go ahead and drop this one down in here. And now, why am I doing this? Again, this is just for you guys to understand that the algorithm on Facebook or Instagram deals and puts in first place what is a video. By us adding some movement pieces to it, this will be categorized as a video, and therefore the algorithm will pick it up first, and then we'll be able to show it to other people as well. So let's, for example, let's go ahead and download this one. You have different options here. Now, obviously, because we want to create this as a video, as a moving piece, we want to make sure that we download it as a video. You can always download it as a picture, as a photo file. Again, that defeats the purpose of it, because then there's no moving pieces. I have Karen said the blowhorn. All right, let's do that. Where do you see? Oh, right here. I mean, this one right here? No, would that be the one? Which one are you talking about, Karen? That one? All right, awesome. Where you want it? Somewhere there, and we'll get rid of the weekend. I like the way you think. Something like that. Now we can put some. All right, cool. I like the announcement. Awesome. Yes, definitely. I mean, here's what happens with content. Okay, we overcomplicate ourselves with content. We need to produce content that way we can create traction. If you take 20-30 minutes on something, that's honestly 20-30 minutes that you can spend on your business. So that being said, the more you spend on it, the less time you actually have on your business. So don't overcomplicate yourself. Have a plan, and then we'll just have fun with it. Again, this you can always do something like this. There you go. Now, am I a graphic designer? No, I'm not, but it works. So let's download this little guy, and then we can always upload it to our Facebook. Now, here's one
Hey,
cool.
Leo.
Oh, my
I'm going to pause you for a minute.
Yes.
We had a really good question coming. We're asking, could you please explain what you said about video and the Facebook algorithm again?
Yeah, absolutely. So Facebook, the way Facebook and Instagram and a lot of the social media platforms work is that there is a code that they utilize to promote videos or pictures to the audience. Now, the social media platforms were built to create a community and to engage with community. Pictures do not have the ability right now, unless you have a business profile, to give you how many people click view your picture per se. They can generate likes, comments, and content, but the video is able to provide you an instant access to how many people have viewed your or interacted with your picture. So the way that I put it would be Instagram stories or Facebook stories 1, video 2, pictures 3. So if you were to spend time on content, I would honestly highly suggest you to do stories first or reels now on Instagram, then video, and then lastly pictures. Just because that's the way that the audience is being captivated right now. I hope that answered your question. Now, that being said, well, I mean, maybe I'm just rambling too much, but we'll focus more on that. I was gonna go into TikTok, but that's a rabbit hole. You can lose yourself on TikTok like crazy. All right, so do we have, I hope that answered your question. I don't know who asked that question, but if that didn't, feel free to let me know. All right, so one thing that I really like about this is that you don't have to click save. It automatically saves your design, and then it takes it to your library. So all you want to do if you want to create something else is you can, if it's going to be the same size, you can duplicate and erase the design, or you can just go out and change it all together. So what I really like about Canva is that you don't really need experience to create anything. Um, all you gotta do is just try to find something that you like. So for example, let's try to create a, hold on, I clicked the wrong one. The post. All right. So say that you are, yes, it did. Thank you so very much. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Believe me, not everybody knows to the T what the algorithm is. It changes quite often. Um, it's, it's just part of the game. All right, so Facebook posts. Really, what I really like about Canva, especially if you have the Pro or the subscription to it, is that you can resize your canvas altogether to something that it will fit best for your design, and you don't have to um, redo or undo whatever you're doing. And the other thing that I really like is for all those people that are selling courses online or that are trying to promote something, there's this really cool thing that are frames that you can create content with it. So, for example, let's do the computer mockup. So let's see. Let's go here. Let's find frames. All right, so anything that has a background like this allows you to throw a picture on it. Um, if you have a course and you're trying to showcase something mobile, you can always go with a tablet or anything like that. So for example, let's drop this one and we want to throw a course and we want to make sure that we showcase that it's in all platforms. Obviously, I don't think the cell phone is that big, something like that. And we'll go to, let's find something crazy. All right, just for the sake of it, let's go ahead and drop this guy right here. So you can literally just drag and drop, say that this is a course that you're trying to do. I actually have something right here. Hey, that's me right there. I'm trying to see if I can find books or something. All right. So you can always just grab and drop whichever is that you want and you want to showcase to it. And perhaps maybe you have an online course or you have a YouTube channel or you have something that you want to provide promote and you want to show something like this. You can. And the best thing for you to do it is when you download it, make sure that you have the highest quality, which is your JPEG. The reason why is because when you stretch it, it doesn't deforms. It still keeps the same quality, and you can most definitely post it, repost it, do whatever you want with it. And what I really like about this way right here is that it's so easy. I mean, it's just literally it doesn't take too much for you to create or do. Again, if you want to keep it as a picture, you can. If you want to add some crazy stuff to it, you can. Again, we'll go to our stickers. Let's see. All right. Now, the other thing that I want to tell you guys, and I want to show you guys this real quick, is one of the best investments that you guys can do is to either subscribe or get access to Grammarly. And I'll show you guys why. English is not my first language, and Spanish is actually my first language, so I always have troubles still with grammar sometimes. My grammar is not perfect, and I'll show you an example of it. Um, but that is honestly one of the best investments you can do besides investing on a platform that can help you with some design. So let's jump to Facebook real quick. This kind of, do you guys have any questions on this? Obviously, this is just a little super overview on how to create content. Um, do you guys have a question on this? I told you I'm not a graphic designer, but this is the way that we create content for our um, company. Any questions? Drop it on the chat. Any feedbacks? These are some of the designs that we created for it. We're a calendar. We got all newsletters and some of the stuff that we use. Do we have any questions, Bree? I want to jump to Facebook really quick.
I'm not seeing any on Facebook or in chat, but I will say that DoSpace uses Canva too, and we really like it here. It's really easy to use, and it means that all of us kind of have the same sort of looking stuff. So if your multiple people are working for you, it's easy to get consistency in your brand work.
Definitely. No, absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree. And anything that is in there, it's free for you to use. So the other thing that I want to jump in real quick, it's on Facebook. I have a test page that I just use. I'm gonna introduce you to Patricio. For any of you guys who don't know him, Patricio is a very close family member of mine. This is the guy right here. So a little backstory: Patricio was given to me when my firstborn was when Elizabeth was born. Is my oldest kid, and this was actually for her, but I kept it because it's super cool. So, anyways, I created a page for him and just started to mess around with him, taking some pictures. So I use this now as my test picture. So for any of you that currently use or haven't used Facebook, when you create a business page, you have access to certain tools, but the tools are different when you create a group. Now, for all of you who have services or who have clients who you like to promote any upcoming new services, I would highly recommend for you to create a group. The reason why is because one, you have the undevoted attention from them, and two is because you have other tools that you can utilize within the same group. So, for example, if you were to want to make a post, we have these different tools right here that we can utilize on your business page. Now, one of the cool things that I like is that now you can integrate it with WhatsApps. And if you have clients and you want to create a closed group, definitely a very amazing tool that you can utilize. Now, the difference between these, and I'm going to show you here in a little bit, and why I like groups. For example, I have a group right here that I belong to, which is this right here. All right. So when you create a post, the difference between your group and your business page. What I really like about it is that you already have an audience on your group, okay? And this tool right here is super important where you create a new content or you're creating new products for your business, for your clients. Honestly, the easiest way for you to know what to offer is to ask. So you create a poll, create a, I'm coming up with new, say that you're a restaurant and you have a new product coming up or you're creating something for Mother's Day. You can literally just drop a question and say, hey, we are thinking about offering X and X or whatever that is. What do you think? And just drop a poll. Or, for example, if you're selling, if you have a construction or you're doing construction and you want to engage with your audience, you put, what do you prefer, plastic fence or wood fence? Simple question, For homeowners, that's huge. And then you start creating momentum on the people that are in there. Or if you have if you're providing a like a webinar like this one, and you can always ask, hey, in person or virtual, what would you prefer to do? It's super amazing how powerful this tool is, because it gives you the opportunity to get feedback almost instantly. I created one here just for example. It will give you how many people have voted. People can vote if you want it. You can select it. You can multiple time or just one time, and then you start getting the feedbacks back with them. The other thing that you could do, sorry, it's not this one, and we're gonna close this one right. All right. The other thing that I really, 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 really like about this one is that you can add different files to this group it, specifically. If you so we were talking about the real estate, or I mean Henry was mentioning about real estate. One really cool thing that you could do is you could always upload worksheets or PDFs that you are currently have that you would like your clients to know, or best practices or tips, or if you want to create a freebie, maybe a calculator that helps the home buyers know how much they need to put down, or what will be the best investment. Would it be renting versus selling, right now with the market being so high? um, Little things that you would like to add, you can always upload them and create a library of resources for your clients and your customers. Again, this is not just for people to buy products from you. You want to create a community. If you have a restaurant and you create a recipe that you want to share with everybody, drop it in there, and then create a poll. Hey, if I what kind of recipes would you like to know for Mother's Day? Just think about creating a conversation rather than just a transaction with the people that you're interacting with. Other than that, a lot of the only other different is that you can create live rooms where you can now go live within your same group. Um, if you don't have Zoom, if you don't have a Zoom account, you can do this and you can create a video conference call with the people within your business group. And this is huge because a lot of the times people don't really know either how to use Zoom or they're tired of Zoom, and this is free for you to use. The other thing, I guess I'll stop a little bit because I tend to rumble a lot. Any questions right now? Anything that I have touched base that you want to know more of? Otherwise, I'm gonna go back into the slides really quick. Don't be afraid. Feel free to do it. I don't see any. Oh,
Actually, Leo. Okay, I was gonna say one just came in.
Yeah, is it the personal page? Is that the one?
Yep.
Yep, I have a personal page and a business page. How do I create a group page? Oh, well, that's awesome too for you to ask. All right, so let's go to a business page that I create. So business page right here. Alrighty. And then all you gotta do, so you already have a um, uh, you say you already have a business page and you have a personal page. All right, right. Depending on your desktop or not, that you have right here the little icon that says groups, and all you gotta do is right left hand side is create a group. Once you create a group, you name it. You say your privacies. Now this is huge um, if you are say that you have a course, or you're providing a course, or you're providing something of value to someone, and only specific people are allowed into the group, then you will create a private. Um, so, for example, I do health and fitness coaching, and for privacy purposes, only the people who accept the invitation are able to view other people's content, just because it's privacy. Um, then you make sure that nobody can see it, unless it's open for everybody. Then you can change your settings and to make sure that everybody has it. All other than that, you gotta invite at least one person into the group. Now you can invite yourself or you can invite someone else. Once you're done, you create it, and then the group is said and done. So I have actually have. Uh, I'm gonna show you something really quick. That so this is a group that I had back 2020 for the pandemic. That was helping people with fitness and helping them with some um, just home workouts. And so the really cool thing about it is that you can actually drop some pictures and stuff. You can drop anything that you want to it, and you can create a library of tools if you want to. You can create a group for it to be a learning group, or you can create it. Um, you can actually add a specific rules for people um, to follow. Again, privacy more than anything. Did that answer your question, Karen? Awesome. Is that was that easy enough? Yes. Awesome. Good deal. Yes. Now,
Hey, Leo,
yes.
we have another question that came in. Henry asks, how can we get the best idea of what our audience is actually seeing since Facebook doesn't show everything we post to our audiences?
Ooh, that's awesome. All right. So for that one, I already asked permission. So um, something that I'm just these are people that I have already asked permission for me to do. So can you still see my Facebook screen, right? Or no?
Yeah, we can still see it.
Awesome. All right. So say that this is your Facebook page. All right. Right here, if you're on your desktop, you have this little tab that says Insights. On your Insights, you can actually go and see what your audiences is like. Okay, it's gonna show you how many people have interacted with your page. You can change it from the past. I'm sorry, my puppy is. I don't know if you hear or not, but he's here saying hi. So I'm sorry. You have the option to go for almost a month or as little as today. And then what this is going to tell you is going to tell you how many people or how many or what are your posts are most likely being able to be attracting more clients. Now, one really cool thing that I really like about this one is towards the bottom, it gives you a comparison from other restaurants or other alike um, of your industry or your business. So you can kind of see where you will stack up along all those people. Now, right here, followers, same thing on their insights on followers. One cool thing about this one is that you can go right here and actually see the times that your page is most active. Okay, and that gives you an opportunity of when to post and how to post. Now, if we go back a little further down on your page views, then you can start seeing when or what was your demographics for your business. Now, I think for maybe what Henry was saying, or maybe perhaps I might be wrong, but one thing that you want to know is when you're right here, click on this little tab right there, and this is your audience right now, your target audience as currently as it is on your page. This gives you the tool of who to market and what content to put out to attract what clients. For example, blue is women, green is men, and then we have ages between 18 and 24, all the way to 65. So this tells me that this business has a great traction with women between 35 and 44 years old. Now, why is this important? Well, it's because I want to market to the audience. Okay, mostly, especially restaurants, when we're looking either Mother's Day or any special occasion or any Friday or Saturday events, you want to know who your audience is. And if I want to create content, then I want to create it that is speaking to my demographic. In this case, women between, I will say, 25 and 54 years old. This is my sweet spot right here. Now, for real estate, it might be different. Might not be necessarily 25 and 34. It might be more into the 35 and 64, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. But your audience is definitely going to switch. Maybe your audience is not just is more men than women, or maybe it's even the same. Um, but this is a great tool that you can utilize right now for businesses if you want to know who is your target audience and how to target that. I hope that answered your question, Henry. And that actually brought a good point that we haven't talked about. And I think Karen pointed it out that she has a personal page and a business page. The difference between the two is that you don't get this one with a personal page, and you don't get this one with your group either. You only get this metric with your business page. Also, you are only able to get up to 5,000 friends on your personal page, where I believe is more than 10,000 on your business profile. So if you're trying to grow your audience, you're limited to only 5,000 people on your personal versus your business. Um, so that's something definitely to keep in mind. All right. Any other questions so far? We got about 15 minutes left. Don't be shy. 12:05, I won't be here. It's different when it's in person because when I was leaving out of the door, then someone always comes and says, "Hey, I have a question." No questions, really? Oh, okay. Can you audit my Facebook page? Yeah. What was your Facebook page, Karen? Baker's Bed and Breakfast. All right, let's see if we can find it. And we'll probably spend a few of that. Uh, is it this one right here? The one on Blair? Yes. Awesome. All right. Now, please be everybody. If all of you are going to comment, there's a few rules. You gotta be one, be polite. Two, be constructive, and three, make sure that you share good ideas with it. All right. So let's start with the top. All right. I love um, the picture myself. I really do. You know what I would love, and that's something just for you to consider. You can add up to 35 to 60 seconds of video on this real estate right here. So if you have something, you can go to Canva and create a cover page um, for this, and you can add a cover photo and create it as a video where you can either be either walking in and checking in on your reception, or walking up to a room, opening the door, going into the room. So you got about 30 to 60 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, unless it has changed. So this will be huge for you to have something like that, showcasing your staying. I love this one right here. I would love to see maybe the front of the inn or the. I love that. So maybe perhaps a different angle will be great. Just because the only thing that I can see so far is obviously the tree. I love that you have this right here. So now here's what I would love for you to do if you haven't done so already, especially for these businesses. You can, I don't know if you're new or not, but you can always change this right here for it to create an appointment or send you a message. Perhaps you have your phone number down here, right? So the reason why I'm saying it because then you're missing the opportunity in contacting with a client. If you change this to message me and you have your front desk answering questions, then you can more definitely. Personally, I'm more inclined to ask questions on Facebook than actually call on the phone. Um, so just something to think about. If you have not yet, the people that you already have in here. Oh, how do you change that? Awesome, that's super easy. I'll show you in the other page that I have. Basically, there's a little edit on your end, and you can when you click page edit page, it gives you the option to change this into a message. I'll show you real quick. Or if you don't if we don't have time, go ahead and follow me after this, or follow up with me after this, and we can most definitely do that. The other thing is If you have not yet, I would definitely ask the people that you have here just to drop a review. Uh, Obviously, you want to target the people that most likely will give you a good review. I'm not saying that they won't, but I'm saying that make sure that you do that. Otherwise, because you have a great audience, and you would definitely love to have that so you can increase your rating on it. Other than that, I know that you are pretty constant, which is great. Um, the main thing is being constant. I would honestly try to drop a little bit more of context, showcasing your stay. Maybe if you have an event going on specific for this, for Easter, if you have a special deal for the business, add it in there. Happy Easter. Come and enjoy our, I don't know, 2 days, 3 nights, 2 days special, or if you are showcasing maybe a dish or something like that, you can most definitely do that. Um, when we're talking about comments, I love that you replied to them. That's great. Um, awesome. I like it. That is so far what I can see. Um, I would honestly, I would always try to add um, these guys right here. What I was telling you before. The questions, polls, just because that creates engagement on it. Um, I like it. Awesome. Here's a chance to win. Oh, cool. See, it's yeah, something like that. See, you have definitely have more engagement on there. Does that is that good? Do I have to create a group to do a poll? You can. You can. You don't have necessarily have to create a poll with the tool that I show you, but you can just create a post and say and actually ask the question and create a poll yourself. You don't necessarily need to create a group, um, but you can most definitely ask, would you rather, X and X, or would you like to X and X, or do you know that, and highlight a few things of your bed and breakfast. Does that help at all? I hope. Yes. Awesome. All right. Good deal.
Hey, Leo.
Yes.
Henry, question came in. Henry asked, is organic reach very relevant anymore on Facebook?
Oh, that's a great question. Um, Honestly, this is the way I will put it. Word of mouth is obviously your organic. Um, I I believe it is. Facebook does encourages, and that's why the algorithm has changed so much. Um, Especially Facebook and Instagram being owned by the same people. They encourage community more than anything. That's how they got started. And so when you're talking about paying to grow your audience versus creating a community, definitely organic would be best. And especially the industry that you are on, Henry, I definitely believe organic is your best bet. Um, just because I mean the industry type that you're on, that you definitely want someone to refer you to another friend or family member. Um, I would I would probably do direct mail if I want to grow other clients, just because that's honestly what obviously the audience that you're cultivating. Um, but I definitely think for the industry that you're on, that video and lives would be huge. Um, Again, if we go back to creating relevant content for your audience, um, I know as a homeowner, I would love to know, best tips and tricks to keep my house in good shape to be able to sell it for more if I need to, or what updates do I need to make? What would be a good appliance to add to my kitchen, or what would be how often would you say that I need to change, either the roof or best practices for homeowners? And then obviously throwing your pitch at the end of the day, say, this is what I do, and this is how people get the most for their house or stuff like that, and then just adding what you do for your business. But I believe that the organic contact, organic audience is huge. Uh, Now I'll say this one: Facebook and Instagram have been there for quite a while. The newer platforms, and this is why TikTok is blown out of the water, is because is relatively newer than Instagram and Facebook, and they want the content to be pushed to as many audiences as they can. So that's why you tend to see a lot more viral videos or viral account goings on TikTok more than Facebook and Instagram, just because they're trying to um, cultivate more audience, and that's why. But I hope that answers your question. Anybody else? I think I have one. Do we have one extra one or maybe 10 seconds? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I would definitely love to if you want to shoot me a. Oh, as a matter of fact, let me drop my contact information. If any of you guys want to reach out, um, that'd be great. One thing that I would definitely tell you is that put yourself in the situation of your buyer, of your uh, the your audience, and join a group yourself. Join a group of people that you believe is your target audience, and don't go there and sell. Don't go in there and um, I have, for example, I'm a dad and I have girls, so I join the what's it called, the dads and girls group. I don't think I can. Well, privacy. I won't answer it, but anyhow, I joined the group so I can find people that are in the same likes of mine. And the reason why I did that is because I am a health and fitness coach as well, and then I would like to connect with people, the same interest as me. And I know that there are parents out there that do and would like to have more movement, but I don't go into that group and I start telling them how much my programs are or how much my sessions are. I honestly just go in there with my dad hat and say, "Hey, I'm trying to potty train. Who else is struggling with it right now?" Or I think I posted that question today. I don't think they have answered anything yet. Um, but I honestly just go there and create conversation, and then with the people that answer those questions, then I keep the conversation with them. Oh yeah, so what do you do this, or do you do that, or you read this book, or how long did it took you to do that? And then that starts speaking the interest of the people that I'm talking to, and actually are um, engaging with me. A lot of them go into my profile and they see uh, that I do health and fitness, and I have many of them reach out to me and say, "Hey, how much is your session, or how much is this, or how much is that?" I do the same thing with Nebraska Enterprise Fund. I reach out to the small businesses on Marketplace, and I said, "Hey, we have these sessions, we have these trainings, workshops," and then I get people asking me, "Oh, what do you guys do? How can you help me with my business?" Um, so put yourself in the position of your audience, and not just to sell, but actually to grow interest, to pick the interest, and to grow audience for your business. So we have about 3 minutes left. Um, do we have any questions that you guys want to, sorry, want to ask me? Anything at all? Anyone? Going once?
Karen's asking about your contact information. Do you have at the end of your slide, you usually have your information. Do you have that?
I do, but I do not have it on this one. So
Gotcha.
I'm just dumping it right now.
Perfect.
And so that's and this is the phone number you can reach me at.
Oh, it looks like it's just going to panelists.
Oh, I'm sorry. How do I change that?
There should be a drop down that says panelists to panelists and attendees just above where you type.
All right. See? All right, there you go. How's that? How about that?
Perfect.
All right. Now, again, you can reach out. Feel free to do so. Either way, we can talk about your business ideas, bounce anything that you want off um, of my experience, expertise, or anything like that. I have dealt with anything from restaurants to I have helped, yeah, real estate too, services, products. Um, yeah, feel free to reach out. And I really want to thank DoSpace for allowing us this space. Typically, this topic is more informal because I like to hear from you so we can kind of learn more about it. Um, and I really want to thank you guys for your time. Thank you so much for your patience. Uh, and feel free to reach out. I mean, by all means, the consultation is free, and just reach out.
All right. Thank you so much, Leo, for coming and talking with us today. If you didn't get a chance to write down Leo's contact information, or if you think about it later and are missing it, go ahead and drop us a line at programs@dospace.org, and we can definitely get you in touch with Leo and all the good folks at Nebraska Enterprise Fund. We're happy to do that. If there are no final questions, I think we will go ahead. Henry says, any comments quickly about Instagram? Henry, do you have any specifics for that? Or just in general, what's a
Just in
good
general?
practice?
Yeah. So I mean, if we're talking about your industry, Henry, with the real estate and such, I would definitely stick to reels and stories. Any behind the scenes of going into an open house, what it takes to set up a house for an open house, or what is it, maybe best practices for you before you close into a house, or what should a buyer look into when they're looking into purchasing or renting or leasing or doing an Airbnb or anything like that. Honestly, reels and stories will be huge. Um, Limit your maybe your pictures just to showcase the professional pictures of the inside and outside the house. But in order for you to connect with your audiences, a video is huge. Perhaps what you could do, you can do a sneak peek on your stories, or and say, you know what, I'm gonna go live Friday at 5 p.m. Answering your questions about this next listing. And then just kind of do a walk around video behind the scenes about 5-10 minutes before you go live, and then go live for a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes, answer people's questions before your open house. And then, yeah, I think that's the way that I would do it myself.
Awesome. All right. I think we're done for the day. Thank you all so much. And please be sure to check out the rest of the classes today and also the ones that are running tomorrow. Leo, again, thank you so much for coming and talking to us. And just so you know, the Nebraska Enterprise Fund does do a couple of webinars with us every month, usually on the first and the fourth Wednesday of the month. So if you want to hit the DoSpace calendar, those are now available for May, and we'll be getting the June ones out pretty soon. So everybody have a good day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.